Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bet.net Challenger Series. More specifically, the last day of the Stage 2 group stage for the Bet.net Challenger Series. We have 4 matches from the CIS and EU regions to decide who will be going through to the playoff bracket. There are some interesting standings where we stand at the moment with some of the teams competing. More specifically, AVANGAR are in action twice this evening. And they currently have a pretty solid spot in 3rd out of the 4 teams that will be going through to the playoff bracket. The team that is in contention, however, is Good Job, who are currently 7-4 in their victories overall. And EPG are 1 victory behind them at 6-4 with a much better round difference. They're going up against AVANGAR a little bit later today. If they win that match, then AVANGAR will stay, of course, in the particular top 10. And Good Job will be falling out into the top 5. That means that it will not be going forward to the playoff bracket to face off the top 4 from EU. And a very similar situation is also in effect. Valiance at 6-4. Fragsters and Red Reserve at 7-4 and 7-3. Particularly Fragsters are in trouble all the same. A very similar situation in the EU side of the bracket. So, very crucial victory for the likes of Red Reserve. Oh, sorry, XCOM, excuse me, to win it. Red Reserve have a good chance against Pride a little bit later on in the day. In fact, that is our second match of the day to hopefully increase their standing. At the end of the day, they're kind of already in the playoffs at this point in time. 7-3, could be looking at 8-3 to tie up against Godson. That will just literally replace 3rd and 2nd. So not major move-ups and downs in these first 2 matches. It's really the last 2 where we really want to be focusing most of our efforts and focusing most of our attention, because that can change the whole landscape of the playoff bracket. Depending on who takes it out. We're looking for Valiance and EPG wins. But for now, let's get into RAVE versus AVANGAR. A good warm-up match, if you will. RAVE, a relatively new and exciting-ish team. They had a very good run throughout the Swiss qualifier, getting through 3-1 overall. Another second group alongside Fours and Dream Eaters to make their way into the CIS group. But sadly, their run through this group has not been the greatest. They're down 3-7. A victory here will put them up in the likes of Hollywood and Space Jam territory, and unfortunately that's just not high enough to get to the top 4. So even if they win this match, I have a doubt that they will be able to do much with it. But regardless, Cash is the map. And even then, AVANGAR have a nice win percentage on this particular map. It is one of their best maps in the pool. So going into this one, I don't really see much of a chance for RAVE, but we'll see what they can do. We'll see if they'll be able to pull an upset here. It won't mean much. The pistol round ready to come into fruition. The defuse kit for Cracker, a smoke for him as well. He's playing the ninja setup for the CT side. Everybody else is Kevlar. Default pistols across the board. No utility for AVANGAR. They're not going to be going in for an execution. They're just going to go try to see if they can bring an early hit in with just straight up angels. They've got squeaky control. They've got main control. Bomb back towards that squeaky cross. Crimson is there to cover it off. Guardian's taking point here towards Rafters, spotting Dima coming out of squeaky door. Shuts him down with the first headshot. RAVE claim the first frag of the day and of the matchup. Also spotting Kicker. Brilliant, knows exactly where they're coming in from, and he will land those shots eventually. 2-0 trade. He gets himself a little bit more out there. Bass actually steals it. Serg is taking out Buster as well. Body and looking for his second frag, and he will be able to find it eventually on James. And Crimson is the last man left alive here for the AVANGAR T side. 60 seconds left. Bomb on his back, but a 1 versus 5. The crosses are locked. The CTs are set up. He will take out Body at least. 1 headshot trade, but Bass is there for the trade. Right back. 2 kills for him. 2 kills for Body, and a pistol round to the favour of the RAVE CT side. Of course, AVANGAR didn't get a bomb plant, so force out for these pistols. Deagles, P250s, 1CZ for Kicker. Full set utility for James as well. He wants to try and make his way quickly into this one. Kevlar helmets also purchased across the board here. We'll fend off all the weapons that RAVE have. None of them can do one-shot headshots. It's not through Kevlar. There's no AKs in the play just yet. AVANGAR looking for the first rifle round, but for now, RAVE just holding pretty, knowing the fact that these pistols shouldn't be able to do much to them unless these Deagles do their damage. There are 3 in play. Buster, Crimson, and Demasik. Headshots are plenty for them if they can find it. Crimson trying to catch one off of Curlin. quite see where they're at right now. Demon Sickles making his way up close and past the 3 other T-side players out towards the halls. Cracker spots Buster, takes him right down. As you know that there's players all sneaking around in the C's, they will get the trade back 4 versus 4. The rest of the T's in from mid, out to the vents, get themselves quickly to the B bomb site as the Molotov will come out, try and force Kulan away. He will be able to get one frag, lose a lot of HP before he's forced back in towards tree, but Demon Sick once again the trade on towards the player on the site. Sergis is down. It's a 3 versus 3 situation. The bomb should get planted. James is making his way on towards the site. Counter flashbangs utility picked up by the off the CT's bodies. Means that AVANGAR will get a bomb plant. A little bit extra economy to work with, possibly looking for a modified buy. Actually an M4 for Demon Sick as well. More damage would be the better. They've got themselves caught off in a bit of an awkward spot on a B site retake. This is still kind of a little bit awkward. That comes straight through towards Bats and takes it down alongside James, hanging that body in. It's all Kulan with a FAMAS and a Dream. 35 HP, tagged up early in the round. Just not going to happen. The 2 M4s are recovered as AVANGAR forced back into the game, tying things up at 1-1. This time it's Rave's turn to force by. The Eagles CZ P250, 1 UMP in for Cracker, but the 2 M4s out for AVANGAR. They've got an AK on Kicker, 2 SMGs, Jane with a MAC-10, Krisen with the UMP. But very little investment coming in from the T side for this one, mostly down to those 2 M4s. The money line will be looking extremely good for them. Look at that. Demon Sick and Buster, more than $1,000 a piece already in the game, so they can make this quick round work for them to their favour. If they smoke out towards the cross, Bass outflanked by Demon Sick here from Highway. Shut down by the M4, already the first frag under the favour of AVANGAR. Player still here on the site. Sergis is trying to catch a good angle here, but the flashbang over will get dealt with by James MAC-10. $600 in a bank for him. Cracker will creep around towards the outside of Fork. He's been spotted through the smoke, eventually taken out by Kicker. 2 versus 5. And that is the way the cookie crumbles here for RAVE at the moment. Lost their only SMG, lost their only automatic weapon, so they're just limited to this Deagle on body end with the Kevlar helmet for sport. Kulan's got a CZ and not much. We're actually getting a knife on Demon 6. There's one thing, and body end taking out another. Trying to make it an expensive round, but his rifle should get picked up. If James can just get back to that M4, that should be okay. They've suppressed body and back towards Zed. Buster's going to look, spot him, spray him, take him down. And James should hopefully recover the M4. Indeed he does. So all the main rifles stay in play for AVANGAR. T-Star take the lead away from Ray after winning that pistol, but getting forced down twice. 2-1 and looking at the eco now here for the CTs. Few P250s, 1 USP for Sergis, but no Kevlar, no helmets, no utility either. What's up to Rave on this quick push towards the B halls. Might actually get a backstab together. AVANGAR playing extremely passively, and that's towards the mid position. This could still catch a couple of players off guard. Cracker and Bodyan will give away their positions. Buster will take down Cracker for it, and looks to line up a second. Not quite the third. Glock is out. Unable to get the frag. Eventually, Bass finishes him off with a single shot. Looking for Krisen as well. Can't land the heads. The ball makes his way on towards the A site as they know exactly what this is. A CT push through. And they've shut down most of the players for it. A 3-for-1 trade. Bass will get Jame at least. Again, there's more damage being done. But surely he can't win the round off this. An ace for him to clutch it out. And rifles bearing down on him. The SMGs are now out of play for AVANGAR. All the players will be reinvesting in. Bass just trying to find anything he can. But with this P250 at this kind of a range, it's not going to happen. 3-1 is the starting scoreline to the favour of AVANGAR as the rifle round comes in around late. But regardless, it comes out. AWP for Jame immediately on this reinvestment. They want to shut this one down. Bring themselves a very solid scoreline on the T side. Meanwhile, Rave also have the option to get the AWP out on Kulan. M4's coming out for everybody else, and yeah, he will get the AWP. Kevlar helmet as well. I kind of guess is a little bit useless considering they've got AKs in play. They may also read on the fact that Kristen's got that M4, so that might be why they want to buy the helmets. Regardless, that does mean that they lose out on a little bit of utility for it. Missed the extra flashbangs. HE can come out for Kulan. I think actually he may have had enough. No, never mind, he wouldn't have had enough for an incendiary, but could have still got himself a HE and extra flash. Same thing for Bass as well. For now, the default will just come through as the buy-ups are used. The utility is put out into the default. AVANGAR looking for a pick. RAVE is looking to defend for as long as they can. Kulin is smoked off of Zed. And very nicely placed smoke from AVANGAR to force him back towards truck. Have a good position back here to cut them off if they go back towards highway. AVANGAR have already done this once this map, so if they'll do it again. Crizzen in mid alongside kicker. Ready and waiting for Krekker. They spot him and they take him down. Very nicely done. As the vent's position falls to the hands of the T-side. Crizzen with one. Sergis backed up out towards default. Seeing T-side players, hearing them coming out. Trying to take a good flash play to Buster. Does take him down thanks to his back being turned, but bearing down on 3 more T-side players, and he's never going to win that one out. 4 versus 3 now, and already Kulin's backing off with the AWP. Going to save this one into the next round, because AVANGAR have taken full control of the B-side, and as a result, a full control of this 4th round for their T-side. Just exit frags will RAVE be looking for. All up out towards truck, launching down to tree. Bass has got himself position on the backstab, and you can see it on your screens right now. Cowering in a corner, waiting for any T-side players to come out, and it could very easily come back through these halls, go back towards T-spawn, and maybe get sprayed down by the lone T-side player. The bottom line is still that scoreline. It's going to be 4-1 to the favour of AVANGAR. Major contenders compared to the new blood of RAVE. And yeah, Kulin will be able to get 1 frag on Crizzen. Rest of AVANGAR realised that there's a possibility that there's 1 player way back there, so held out in the corner of Sunroom and losing about 20 HP per person. And RAVE, with these rifles brought in, could force the issue back together with some others. And yeah, they're going to go for it. Krekker's dropped to FAMAS. Kevlar bought for as many players as possible. 2 defuse kits back in play. Sergis looks like he might just be going with USP only, though. No, he's also dropped another FAMAS. So they're going to be able to force the rifle buy back together. Not 100% solid here on the CT side, but still something compared to what they would have had if they lost all 5 players, and that would have been nothing. Kulin's going to burn alive in that early Molotov, however, out to the A main doors. AVANGAR already taking a massive advantage. They don't even realise it just yet. RAVE ready and waiting to shut them down. Can they do it is the question. So far, the default doesn't walk up to any early picks. AVANGAR will start to stack up towards the B halls. Got to deal with 1 man here. Krekker backed up into the vents. Also, Sergis out. Headshot. Backed up also by Kulin. Gets the AWP back into play. Demon6 spots him, sprays him, takes him down. And Sergis is dealt with very, very quickly. Kulin got a cross-locked from the headshot tree position to default. But he can't find any one of these players. Body him will look to bust up. We'll shut him down at least, so 1 trade goes back to the favour of the CT side. But AVANGAR will just as quickly concede that position of the map as the bomb does go down. CT side have to set themselves up for a retake, and Kulin just can't seem to land these wall bangers, unfortunately. Good grenade will land on Jane. We'll take him down for a little bit. Actually, not that much at all. Just 1 point of damage, and Crizzen going all the way around the long way to the A site, taking out Bass on a very long backstab, and now Kulin's focused on that. Quicker to peek out towards tree, get himself 2 easy frags, a triple kill for him overall. And the 5th round going to the favour of AVANGAR. Max loss bonus to RAVE, but after the investment in that last round, we shouldn't be seeing too much here. Not quite enough to get the full buys out, so go for a half buy in this round instead. CZ's Deagles, PD50. Kevlar, a helmet with Bass. Kulin's not going to go with any armor whatsoever. So aim punch galore and a lot of damage that AVANGAR can do to him, so just early into this default once again, AVANGAR. Take early highway controls. Demasic just pushes up, shuts down Kulin. And Bass is left alone back towards Toxic Barrels, trying to creep out Spine at an angle here. And Demasic will shut him down just as effectively. 5 on 3. A site's completely open. They might be bracketed in by the CT side, however, from mid. Body in particular, the CZ, Flashbang, and Kevlar. That's it. it. 1 minute to go, and eventually he will get picked off, so... AVANGAR with a bomb plant. There should be a 6th round on the board for them. RAVE, no chance to retake now. 3 men down, make it just 4. And Sergey's well out of position with no defuse get again. It was a half-buy round, so you weren't expecting much from RAVE. The full buy is going to come in the next round, however. $3,400. Plus the money they've already got stacked up equals a lot here for RAVE. So AWP potential in plenty of players. They could go double AWP setup if they wanted to. Cracker's going to get the first one out. Is Kulan going to go ahead and take the second? Has enough for an AWP Kevlar helmet. Better to go AWP Kevlar and just get some extra utility. But no, he's going to go for the AWP Kevlar helmet and a smoke. So overall for RAVE, their setup is the double AWP setup. 3 M4s to back it all up, and the single AWP still out to play for AVANGAR. But over the course of the 6 rounds that they've won, they've built up a very nice economy. More than $10,000 on 3 players, and 2 players just sitting slightly below that number. Very good things for AVANGAR so far in this match. After RAVE won the pistol and didn't get the conversions. That's the only round they've won so far, just the pistol round. But meanwhile, there's a little bit of creep and angle up here towards Bass. Bass could catch one of these players off guard if they want to go to counter boost, but no one is here from AVANGAR. They go out towards main instead. Squeaky as well. Chris is going to avoid all the bullets the body and is putting down Rage. Out to the rafter. Could find something. Now, 60 seconds remain. AVANGAR decided they're going to go towards the A site. The bomber's pushed in. Kicker has already made his way through forklift. I don't think Carlin's got this information. Avid's bodying for that matter. Spotted quickly. Kicker takes him down. Buster, meanwhile, lurking in towards the B site, trying to look for any frags that he can. Could catch Sergis off guard if the timing is good. He actually spots Cracker, so information gathered, and now the CTs are throwing to complete discombobulation. It's only bodying here on the site, taken out by Kicker once again. A 2K for him, a 3 versus 5. The bomb can make its way easy access to the B bomb site, but Bass going to take down James, deny it for a couple of seconds. Eventually, Kicker will deal with him the same. 3 kills for him so far, and a bomb planted for default. Cracker and Sergis, a 2 versus 4 now for RAVE. Sergis will take Dimasek at least, so that's 1 frag for the CT side. But AWP also needs to find something. Cracker's been very, very silent so far. They're going to move if they want to make this retake work. They're going to decide not to do so. Back off in towards more standardized saving positions. Buster's here to try and cut them off and deny them anything to get saved. Spotting the Achilles heel of Sergis and does take him down. Sergis, where were you looking, man? Very clear, did not know where Buster was and will fall for it. Cracker just to save this AWP back from B Heaven. Picking up Buster release to make it around kind of expensive for AVANGAR, but I say kinda because, well, not only did I make it more expensive for RAVE, they've still got tons of cash. Look at that investment, 16K on Kicker already. Hitting max money in the bank account. Everybody else can reinvest. Buster's still got $5,000, which is enough for another buy-up. On its own, not even including the bonus of round victory. Single AWP, 4 AKs. For Mast, 3 Eagles, CZ here for bodying. They will go towards Dimasek, the first man, and the second. Straight through mid, 3 versus 5, instantly make it 2. RAVE are just getting picked apart here on the CT side and finding very, very little. This is, of course, a pistol eco. I'm not expecting much out of this round, but even in the rifle rounds, they just can't line themselves up enough to shut down AVANGAR. Sergis will get 1 with an Eagle. AK picked up for him, but the T's will go hunting. The bomb will get planted on the A side, but there's no way he's going to wrap back through this entire T side line and get the defuse. Prison will make it so. 2 kills for him. 8-1 start here for AVANGAR. Taking the T side half after conceding only the first round to the RAVE side. Since then, they have not won a single round. And now they will go into the buy-up, the full rifle. They need to find something with this one, else there is very little hope for the CT side. Double AWP setup going to come back out once again. Cracker with 1. He's playing towards B. Kulan with the other. He's playing in towards Z mid. Early defaults come out here from the CTs as vice versa for AVANGAR, expecting aggression, but this time it's Bass to take it straight to the Scholar Kicker. Spraying him down. James also looking to run boost his way to victory. On top of toxic barrels here from B Halls. but doesn't see anyone here from the CT side. A minute and 20 still left. Demasik will eventually get the revenge kill. Body traded back to a 4 versus 4. 2 players all have for the T side, and Sergers will find Buster as well. So, 2 for 1 for RAVE. This is the first time we've seen a trade go to their favour since the pistol round. Now can I convert it to an actual round? Krizen's in a very good opportunity to shut this one down. Does he know where Bass is? Peek up, taking Krekker. And now here's the footsteps of Bass. Surely he must be able to respond to this lone player here. 1v1, a 3 versus 3 overall. Whoever wins this takes control of the match. Kieran's going to get dealt with by Jane. Bass trades out Krizen. 2 versus 2. 2 low HP players to find. Demasik, next man up to challenge. He's back all the way here towards Squeaky. And Bass up for a 3k. Vents popped. James could try and make the move in towards the B side. Try and fake it out, but Bass has spotted Demasik. Spotted the bomb as well. Sergis has got to try and break out, but 12 HP. He's got to win the fight against James as well. Smoke on cross. Bass still waiting. 13 seconds. He's taking out Dima. And that will be the second round for RAVE. The bomb has been dropped. James just left to stay alive and save his AWP. Even if he did get hunted down, it wouldn't even matter that much. But RAVE will finally get their second on the CT board. It was a very long time coming, this one. But even so, the money line for AVANGAR is stacked beyond belief. So we will be seeing an AWP coming out for James, AKs for everyone else. Buster, a little bit low on the cash funds, but he's going to get dropped an AK regardless. Kevlar helmet, of course, in play for the AVANGAR T side. RAVE have the AWP for Kulan. Bass with the AK save from the last round, and the M4's rebought on Krekker, Sergers, and Bodyin. So let's go straight into round number 11. RAVE on a reset opportunity. If AVANGAR take this round, then suddenly they have a very nice chance to take over the whole game as a result. It's Kulan peeking up towards the B halls. Buster challenging, smoking off main. The default comes through here from AVANGAR. Buster just spotted at the edge of the smoke, but the AWP misses at that kind of a close range. Kulan fluffing the opportunity to get the first pick for RAVE, and as a result, Buster's going to back off. Concede B Hall's control since they've got the information on where that AWP is. They know they don't want to mess with it. Especially it's playing back towards the B side. There's so many particular angles you can watch and just suppress the T side from. This is one of them you can see on the screen right now. Pop out a main unless you have some good flashbang placement. It'll be a very difficult time. You can possibly smoke the cross and smoke out towards the middle of the site. Try and throw him off for a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, your estimation will still work up towards him. He can fire that AWP a couple of times in a few seconds. It's Buster finding strike first, taking out Sergis. Body will be there for the quick trade. Turns on the kick out back towards the icebox, and Krekker takes Demasik for a 3-for-1 trade. AVANGAR will try and towards the A side, but Krizen's lost a lot of HP, and the bomb's still yet to commit. James watching out with his AWP, trying to catch off someone here from Truck. It's Krekker creeping up as a result, watching out the cross, spotting them both, trying to take down a bomb, takes James to 14 HP. The Molotov lands on top of the red box, meaning that there will be no chance to burn him alive. Bomb will go down. Krizen will spot Body and turn things back to a 2 versus 2, but both T-side players are on 14 HP apiece. A single bullet from either weapon here for the retakers could shut the whole thing down, but vice versa for AVANGAR. They've got AKs, they can take headshots. And then Krekker's a little bit tagged up. Kieran going to get up close and aggressive. James got the AWP of his own accord. Krizen just got to lock this one down. It's planted for default. He's got no angle. He's got no angle. James will fall. Krizen will take him down, trying to put the Molotov away. The smoke will go together. Kieran's going to stick this. Kieran's going to stick this. Krizen's got to get up close and personal. He's going to spray his way on through, but that may have bought him enough time. The defuse will get stuck by Kieran. And it's close, but it will be to the favour of the CT side. Holding on to the defuse only barely, with a major HP advantage to the favour of that CT side. We have seen a disconnection coming in from RAVE. So a small technical pause will come to fruition. Only Sergius has dropped connection for whatever reason. We'll find out in the next couple of moments, hopefully. Internet or PC issues. He's very quickly back in the server as we're ready to get started here. Rave back on the comeback. 3 rounds to 8. Could still make a decent CT half out of this if they can keep it rolling, but their economy has been stretched thin. Down to a 1 versus 1 in that last round when it was already kind of broken to pieces, but a spray through the smoke will lead Cracker to take down Buster, who's a lot of HP for it, and James takes down Kieran as well. Demasic pushing out through mid, picks up Cracker, eventually finishing the job that his teammate started. 2-for-1 trade, favor to AVANGAR, 4 versus 3, and Bass up here towards the Shroud boost is ready to cover off Highway if necessary. So far the T side haven't really played in towards that, they're playing towards the B site instead, and that'll be a kill that opens it right up. Bass will try and cover off Chrism back here towards Squeaky, but only a minute to go. The bombs rotated towards the B site. They have full control of the B site. AVANGAR 2 versus 4 as well. Make it just 1 as the AWP of James locks out his second in the round, leaving Bass alone towards Shroud Boost to do not much more than just lick his wounds and hold on to whatever he's got. Cut the losses of his team. Take out Chrism at least. Force reinvestment on 1 more player, but AVANGAR still have a decent money line. They have been weakened quite significantly in the last couple of rounds, but still enough to force the buyback, so they're going to go hunting. Cut them off from the A site main, go back towards the backstab main. Bass is alone here. Actually, he's on catwalk, actually, so Demasic gets caught off guard. This could be a very easy frag for him, making it an expensive round for AVANGAR. Maybe the economy be allowed to profiteer no more. Eventually one will peek out towards Squeaky. Will they get him down? Yes, they will. That's going to be a full reset against Rave. No rounds of loss bonus and no money to speak of per se. AVANGAR can buy their way back into the anti-eco and they will have no problems with the economy for the next couple of rounds. Because Rave now have absolutely nothing to work with, but they will force the buy regardless, actually. Again, I would criticize this much more if this was old meta style, but these are CZs and Deagles we're talking about. Already seen so many points in professional player with CZs and the likes of Sergius and Body, and they've been able to turn the tide of a round entirely the opposite way. So the force buy is kind of justifiable here for Rave, but in this case it's Jane to start things off, taking out Bass, taking one of those Deagles out. Aggression to come through from the CT side as they hope to find anything towards the B-holes. It's Buster to finish off Cracker. 3 versus 5. And hunting for a little bit more. Kieran will fall. Just a lurker here, holding on to whatever he can. It's all down to Sergius. Buster will end up with a 2K to bring AVANGAR to double digits. 10-3 on the T side. Fortunately, this hasn't been very much Rave's game. I do hope they eco to get a full defined rifle round, and I hope that they can make an 11-4 scoreline work, because they can do that. Win a pistol, hopefully you win the conversions. Rave haven't been doing very good at that in the pistol round earlier. After that, you got 1 more rifle. Win that, you get an eco. Suddenly, your 11-4 goes 11-9. Early Molotov out to stop the rush coming in from the CT side. But there's so many CTs here. Jane with the AWP can actually get picked off. He picks off Sergius, backs right off. Demasic here to support him. CT's trying to peek up. Keelan will look for Demas. Quick headshot. His body to take him down. Demasic just holding them off back here as the rest of his teammates get the bomb down. They do recover an AK and an AWP. But now they need to back off and hold on to this. And the T's are once again going hunting. Body can get the damage here if they can take down Buster, and that would be a very nice pickup here for the CTs again. Damage to the T side. Economy is not looking as best as it has done before. Cracker sprayed down by Buster, so the AWP will stay out of play. I imagine Buster will also go ahead, hold on to that, pick it up, see if he can find Body in. Is he going to expect Body? Expect Body wholeheartedly. Indeed he does. Doesn't go back for the AWP actually, so 3 AKs will stay in play, but the York can still get brought down by James again. They've got loads of money, and they're building it back up again. 3 players above 10k pre-buy. Demasic now down at 8.5k post-buy. But RAVE with one final buy back in this half. The last round of the half before RAVE switch over to the T side. I can only hope that this T side has something to offer here. And judging from statistics, they have been known to be a CT-sided team. Straight in spray from Cracker, tries to take Demasic to 10 HP, but he only gets down to 10 HP and is unable to finish the job on the lone T-side player. He spots Bass also here, boosted above red box, picks off Kicker, 1 frag, but I don't know exactly where he is, and Kristen will try and deal with him as appropriate. He's the only CT here on his site. The rest of them are held out towards B and middle. Smoke goes down, grenades suppressed. They have got damage done to AVANGAR. Kristen on 29, Demasic on 10. That grenade could actually finish the job on Chris, and not quite 14 HP. Just staying alive in 4 versus 4. RAVE, the very risky retake up on their hands. Can they do it is the question. Flashbangs go over. Cracker picks up Demasic towards the backstab. That's 1 low HP player out of play, but now they've got to deal with the T's here on the site itself. Body in. Taking up Buster after he gets a good spray. Cracker's going to get taken down. Kulan is just low, but Sergis goes forward, and James going nuts with the AWP. 3 kills for him, but Kulan's stuck on the bomb. Ready and waiting on sticks it, and a very nice peek from James. A 4K with the AWP. Shot per shot per shot. Brings the scoreline at the end of the half to the favour of AVANGAR. 12-3 on the T side. Ridiculous play. And now James with the defused ninja setup here for AVANGAR. RAVE going to go in with basic Kevlar. Sergis has not bought anything. Okay. That's odd. No utility or anything. He's literally just going in as a glass Glock. That's it. Nothing. Full eco. Could get shut down so easily here with just simple shots on shots, but it will be him to get the first frag on Kicker. Kulan make his way around, spot out. James takes hit it off his shoulders. Bomb gets planted here for the main position. Actually for Squeaky more than anything else, but Demasic, Prison, and Buster. The fuse kit's been dropped. 3 versus 5. Boost coming out from RAVE. As Kulan tries to set something up for his teammate. Teams will make their way quickly into the bomb site. They're trying to see if they can shut them down, but bodying back here towards 40. If lines 2 up, gets a collateral headshot for his trouble. Kristen will deal with him, gets himself a second, but not quite the third. Not much more than that will be found as RAVE confidently go up towards mid, go unchallenged by AVANGAR, and confidently take the A site to shut the whole show down. Scout for James. CZs in 2s and 2 Eagles as well for AVANGAR. Let's remember that it was AVANGAR on a force buy only at first half. They were able to shut down RAVE. They need to win these 2 conversions to have a chance in this match. So far in the default, no picks, no damage comes through to any team. Just their defaults not really showing up to a head. Eventually a good scout spot from James. Taps the head off Cracker, taking him down. 55 seconds remain here on the clock. Sergis eventually kill him on a challenge. Kicker takes him out of the action. James also here with a scout looking for his next headshot. Molotov that position misses, and Sergis shuts him down for it. Meanwhile, Demasic still on the site. He'll get one, trading it to a 2 versus 2 his body, and takes him out and turns on Kristen. All on Buster now in a 1 versus 3. We'll fall to body in all the same. A 3K for him. And the 5th round now on the board for RAVE. P250s, the USPs once again coming back from AVANGAR. Eco round for them, full eco this time, no armor. AKs, a Galil, a Mac 10 and a UMP back in play from Krecker and Kulan. Into the default we go here, RAVE, looking for their way in. It's Krecker immediately out, but Dema6 got a very good angle. He's gone for the knife! That is just dirty. Krecker down and out to bring a small money advantage to the CT player. Because why not at this point? Dema sprayed down. Sergis will deal with him. Look for Crizzle as well, shutting him down. 2 versus 4. Make their way on towards the B-bomb site. It's only Buster alone here with the USP. Shut down by Bass with a simple headshot. And James is the last man. All the way out towards the A site. Again, this should be a 6th round for the T side. Got another knife on Sergis. Not quite, unfortunately. As James falls to the hands of a Galil spray, it's up to the full by now of AVANGAR to turn this thing around, to finally push them over the edge to 16 rounds, to get them the map victory in their first map of the day here. Again, AVANGAR are playing EPG after our next match, which is Red Reserve versus Pride. EPG is going to be an interesting one because EPG have a lot to play for. They have a spot opportunity. They need to win against AVANGAR to knock good job off the top 4. So, opportunities are brewing here for them, but AVANGAR looking solid as hell. Not quite in this round again. Body in, taking Dema6 down in towards mid. Instantly down chain with the AWP, however. Been very, very good with this gun right here. Currently top fragging for, well, not quite top fragging, but definitely the top performer in the server for AVANGAR. It's Crizzle, the man who's top fragging. Straight in towards the B-bomb side for the default 1-for-1 trade, and James looking out for anyone. Kulan shuts him down. Buster quickly kills Krecker. He's back towards default, and they know how to deal with him. Sergis with one more spray takes him right back out. Bass takes Crizzle as well, leaving Kicker as the last man. 1 versus 3. Looking for the AK and looking to back off because this one is a loss for AVANGAR and RAVE. Well, I was saying it, you know. Pistol victory conversions, then the rifle victory, and now we're looking at an eco potential for AVANGAR. 4 rounds of loss bonus, $2,900 plus what they have equals not enough to full buy. They could force buy, which depending on their current philosophy to the game could either be a very advisable, sort of smart move, or a very inadvisable move for this CT side. CZ coming out from Dema. Kevlar on him as well. And it looks like AVANGAR will go for the half buy instead of the straight up force. Kick out the only man with a rifle. Everybody else, the Eagles, CZs. Again, Crizzle and Dema6 could still turn this around if they can land their shots against RAVE. CTs go into the early aggression. It's Kicker to take point up against Bass and Co. 2 other CTs covering off from Catwalk and Forklift on the A side defensive. Meanwhile, they've got 1 man trying to get a good angle here, Crizzle. Backed up by Buster and the back. Deagle's out. The T side play this one extremely slowly. Extremely carefully as well. Don't want to risk anything above AVANGAR. They know they could get shut down at any one turning. If they do that, maybe the end of their run here in the best of the Champions Series. Sergis spotted James, takes him quickly out of the action as AVANGAR start things off on the right foot. Deagle down for the first frag. Maybe we're going to go rotate back into that same position, try to see if they can cover him up, but the second AK has been recovered by James, and now we'll back. Probably if we can get out to Kicker, maybe potentially. No, Kicker's going to put his other AK back into bash, shutting him down. Molotovs go together. Kicker is eventually dealt with by Krecker to a 2-for-1 trade, but Demon6 still alive. Backed up close with the CZ. James turned onto very quickly by Krecker. It's all down to the low HP player here on the A site. Kristen can't get him in time. Demon6 actually causes a distraction, but Kuhn does turn back quickly onto the other man back towards Truck. Buster crosses safely, and all the AWP shots are missing. So 2 versus 2. Quick boost out to spot out information. AK's picked up. Demon6 looking around the other side. He's got the AK in his hand. Buster spotted, sprayed down. It's all on a Demon6 to clutch this out for the 3K. It's Kuhn to shut him down, however. Will deny the opportunity. And RAVE are now back in business. Max loss bonus against AVANGAR. The money has built for the T side. AWP for Kuhn. 4 AKs. The double AWP setup coming out for Buster and James. This wasn't very effective for RAVE, but for AVANGAR, this could still work up. You know, the default they'll go once again. A lot of aggression towards Squeaky this time. Is Krecker going to peek it and look for Chrism? AVANGAR set up towards mid as well. Oh, good spray from Kicker. Catching Krecker through the door. Realizing there is one man back there and finding the opening frag for AVANGAR. Completely blind. T's trying to make their way into. Oh, Buster. Beautiful shooting with the AWP. Shooting ducks as they cross straight into the Sunroom. Bass will take James out towards the mid position. Very least getting something back away, but the AWP is now falls back to the lower position. Buster takes out Bass before he's dealt with all the same. 3 versus 2. Make it 2 versus 2 as Body and doubles down on Demasic. Prison next responder, grenaded out of position, but still got a bit of HP. The flashbang trying to keep him at base. Sergis trying to watch out. They now know there's one to hit towards the heaven position. They're trying to look for a single frag, a single shot to take him down. Kick out meanwhile on the backstep spot. Sergis does take him right out of the action. Bodying alone. 12 HP. Surely can't win this. And indeed he won't. It's AVANGAR. Up to 13 rounds now on the CT side. And now, with another buy, RAVE, not much money after this next investment, and they could be looking at a 15-8 scoreline. The wallbang is set up by the AWP of the T-side. Killen looking for an early frag towards dead, but he hasn't found any. I don't even think he's found any tag damage. Prism out in the 93. I don't think a wallbanger leg would do that much. Do a lot more than that. Meanwhile, Killen's going to suffer a lot more HP damage and return to a HE. Throw from Kicker. Laying directly on his face. He's now down to 46 to kick this round off. Minute and 5 seconds. Peeks out. Crack up. Completely flash blind. Is Buster going to take him down? No. Sprays one out by the T-side player. He spots Kick Up though, and low HP. Surely he must get dealt with, and indeed he will be done. Kicker still holding out towards Fortnite though, looking out for Sergis, but switches out to the utility at the wrong point in time. Meanwhile, Bass peeks out. Chris goes forward, and Kicker finally traded back as backup is late to arrive. It's only Demasic here on the site itself, looking for a lineup. Spray spots 2 players across his back, tries to get as much as he can, but can't do anything from here. James with the AWP peeks up, can't get Sergis either. And that will be a 9th round for RAVE. As they reset AVANGAR back to basics. A forced buy for this round, but maybe an eco after that will leave them up to 11-13. And suddenly, that 9-round lead that AVANGAR had at the turn of the half doesn't look so leading full so far. Within 4 rounds now, are RAVE. Or once again, out for Keelan. The Eagles PT50s, a couple of CZs in play as well from the CT side. They try and quasi-buy their way back into this team. We'll get the first frag, unfortunately. That's going for him with the grenade and the damage. DSC does get out of dodge just in time. Minute and 10. They will start to make their push into the A site more prominent. Straight out, once again, back towards truck body and will take down, kick out, and kill, and takes that James as well. AVANGAR setting themselves up so perfectly for the RAVE peaks. We're back to the man advantage of the T side. And that's really what AVANGAR couldn't afford to lose control of, peeking out in the open. And RAVE predicting the position so well. Bust up, peeks out, takes his thing on down on body in 17 HP for him. Buster will fall. Kulan dealt with by the P50. Nope. Traded back by body and leaves it in a 1 versus 3 for Crizant. Backed up towards T-spawn. And unfortunately, that does look like it's another round to the favour of RAVE. A 10th on the board for the T side, AVANGAR. Now down to 3 rounds in the lead above RAVE here for the CT side. Once again, they'll go in with a quasi-buy for this round. Some pieces of Kevlar and helmets for the CT side, but the deals, the CZ are what takes center stage. What can they do here, AVANGAR? Down on 1 grenade and the second is present. Down on body and turns on for his 3K. Very, very easy stuff. But Kicker's got the deagle looking for his second man. He takes down Sergiz. Okay, this is suddenly doable, but quickly Bass will shut him down, leaving Buster alone with a deagle of his own accord. What can he get? Oh, spotted back towards Zed. Volume will try and back off, but now they know exactly where the CT player is, and the bomb will cross successfully from track before he can cover it off, and now he's up for the retake. No defuse kit, no armor, no utility. A deagle and a dream for Buster. Creeping his way through the smoke. Can he find Bass? Back behind quad. Ooh, a very close ordeal. Spots him. He's gone for the knife. Oh, for the love of God. Can he turn back on body in now? He knows that towards main. Who's going to win this ult duel out? AK versus AWP. A 4K clutch for body, but Buster will peek. Take the AWP tame duel. No defuse kit as well. He's got to find his kill relatively quickly, and the flick will miss. Body in does steal it. Just about holding on to RAVE once again. The reinvestment will come through from the T side. AVANGAR up to 3 rounds of loss bonus. With money brought down by a little bit of knife play, they will get themselves the double up set up out. 3 M4s to back it all up, AVANGAR. The default they'll go once again. Run boost for Kulan. Looking for this AWP pick towards Checkers. Backed up by body in. Good grenade on Buster. Takes him quite low. Also trying to push Buster out of position. He's going to burn a little bit of damage, but the smoke will be there to cover him right back off. Still a minute left to go. No team has found the first frag in this round. Sergers trying to get an aggressive angle on Demasic. Will eventually spot him out, force him out of position, but the smokes go down, the flashbang's over. He just about escapes into vents. And RAVE peeks back to take down. Cracker, is he going to find this? No! The spray misses. And finally, the first frag will go to the favour of RAVE. They've got 2 other players to be dealing with here on this site. Prison towards 1 as he's flashed out completely open. It's all busted with the AWP, trying to get good flicks, but they're bearing down on him. He will be able to take down Body and looks in for Bass. As Quicker deals with Cracker, Buster goes falling. 2 versus 3 now, and a backstab very long coming in from James. Kicker has got to do his damage. Push shut down Cullen, not quite. And no grenade over to deny the bomb plant, so it's all up to the AWP backstab to bracket in the T side and force them into a position which might be favourable for Kicker. Can he find it is the question right now. Kicker's peeking around. James got suppress, takes down Sergis. Kicker spotting Bass as well, taking a spray, but he loses it out. It's all down to Cullen now versus James. 1 versus 1. No defuse kit once again for the CT player who'll go in with the AK, spots him, but the AWP spots him first and takes him out of the action. 13 to 12 now, and RAVE have set up this comeback. Up against AVANGAR as well. AWP 4 AKs, AVANGAR 4 rounds, a loss bonus. Oh, not quite Cullen. Not going to add extra insult to injury against the AVANGAR CT side. Not today, at least. Maybe in the next round, but Prison will open things up instead for AVANGAR, taking down Bass. Good grenade, forces Shame to 35, forces them out of position. He actually might burn alive. Counter smoke comes back to keep them suppressed into his garage. Prison taking a bunch of damage. Body will deal with him. Spray his way on through. Great with his anti-eco kills. Ensuring the pistols do not get anything done here for the AVANGAR CT side. 1 man close to deal with, that's Kicker. Once they take him down, it's free access to A. And not much of a retake opportunity left here for AVANGAR. We're looking at 13 to 13. As the CTs have fallen to pieces, as it seems, on the CT side. Buster just held back. James trying to set himself up something here towards his backstab, but what can he do? Covered off by the AWP, that is evens. I'm surprised AVANGAR aren't taking the pause here. That being said, the more important matches later on today between AVANGAR and EPG, so I'm not sure how much they really care about this match against RAVE. Double off set up from Buster and James. 3 and 4, so this is the single up for Cullen. The 4 AKs, everybody else. RAVE have had this set up since the dawn of the half, essentially. Players come out. Demon 6 spraying down Cracker. Can't quite deal against him. Prison on a good boost spot here towards the electric box. Knows the Cracker's up here, and Cracker actually found the angle. Prison takes him down. Finally a frag for AVANGAR on a rifle round. Now can they keep it going? "55 seconds still remain." Body and slowly creeping up. Cullen also looking out for 1 man towards mid. Kick out spotted out by Sergis. Can he find the angle? Not quite the head. Eventually spot him in the cross. Smoke clears. Sergis actually will get done in by a Kicker who takes him right down. 3 versus 5. The CTs have control of the A side. The bomb is going to commit towards A main. They've got to rely on Body and getting his frag towards mid. Otherwise, it's going to be all lights out. And it looks like it might just be that as James does shut him down. Bass comes through on Kicker, taking him down. You know, James, the perfect backstab. This is going to be glorious if we can get this AWP to wipe a Bass quickly on the side. They've got 10 seconds. They've got to deal with Prison. They've got to deal with one more still left here back towards Quad. It's Dima sick. The bomb will not get planted. It'll be denied by Dima. And Bass will fall to James. There we go. AVANGAR. Finally locking out a rifle, but again, they're on the verge of reset point. As are RAVE for that matter. They're going to invest in full, and they're not going to have a whole lot of money left. They lose this round, it will be forced by Central for the T side. For AVANGAR, it will be reset Central, so a very crucial round for both squads. Or out, Buster picks up Cracker, turns onto the second, but he can't quite land it on Bass, who has successfully crossed the sunroom. One minute and 20 still left. James flashed out of position here towards Ice Cube. So far, so simple here for the CT side. They found the first frag and they backed right off. Time is a ticking also for RAVE. They have finally gained some presence towards mid, but it's passive in their line. Kulan looking out towards Icebox. Not spotting the man towards Zed. Prison looking for his angle, but he can't see anyone again from this. He spots Bass, however. Converts the spray, knows he's up here. We'll spot him again, but has to reload and is forced back to try and contend with the defensive towards the A-bombs. Like that's where RAVE are going right now. T-side players up through a highway. Incendiary to shut them down and suppress them for a couple of seconds, and Jane will pick up Kulan eventually. A 3 versus 5 situation. RAVE will start to keep up, take shots on shots. James close, but he connects himself a second. Demon Sick goes falling, but James turns on for the 4K. Once again, the AWP locking out some seriously impressive frags for AVANGAR. 15-13 now. Match point finally gained by the AVANGAR CT side. And now the buybacks come through from RAVE. They're going to try to hold what they can. And it won't be very much. Here comes the immediate utility. Buster down on the first man, peeking on towards one. Prison sprays him out of the action. Buster looking for his second. He lands it entirely. 4th kill for him. And Demasik comes into the backstab of the last. That's 16-13. AVANGAR just about hold onto their round and onto their map, as RAVE will get shut down and lose yet another game. Unfortunately, they didn't have much of a chance to make it through to the top 4, but they will be officially at 3-8 overall in the scoreline deficit for the end of the group stage. AVANGAR secure their place, probably overtaking Spirit at this point. They'll be up in action a little bit later today against EPG. A very important match. Till then, though, we have Red Reserve versus Pride. Another very important match coming up next on the stream, so don't go anywhere. The Bets on It action will continue after this very